The man who makes those shirts for me only charges me 300 rand per shirt. And shirts, those shirts cost almost 2,000. They are cheap. Maramas films in Benwani. Ungavumi izinto zangaphandle zikunika iveli. Give them the value. The dress you are wearing, the value of that dress is the value that you give it. Don't worry about people's opinion. What did I say? It's not the stone that killed Goliath. I said, what's the first thing that killed Goliath? He was fighting a chosen person. Say, I am chosen. Number two, he was fighting an anointed person. Say, I'm anointed. Number three, he was fighting a person who was free from other people's opinion. Say, I am free from the opinions of others about me. But the last thing, there are many other things. There are many other things that killed Goliath. Let me mention one, but I want to give you the last one. But let me mention this one before the last one. I'm 2 minutes past my time. Listen. I'm giving you one before I give you the last one. This one. The Bible says when David said he could fight this man, they brought him to the king, King Saul. And King, he stood in front of the king. And the king said, boy, you're too young. You can't kill, you can't fight that man. And you won't make it. And the Bible says, David, now you are no more Eliab, now you're King Saul. Right. Now, when David was in front of King Saul said, you're too young. You will not fight Goliath. Nyanbona, you're too curious. Ngicela nisishude niyosibheka zi-cheap niyosibheka edrobheni zi-cheap leyicathulo. These are cheap shoes. So uthi inkosi, you are too young, you can't fight Goliath. Listen to the response of David. He says, I know I'm glad that because I've created an appetite for you to go and read this chapter, so to discover, to see these things. Oh, to David, King Saul, let me take this opportunity to give you my profile and my CV and tell you who I am. He says, King Saul, there was a day I was looking after my father's sheep, and then the lion showed up. He says, and then I went for the lion, and the lion took one of the sheep. But I got to the lion, I opened the mouth of the lion, I took out the sheep, and then I killed the lion. He says, not only that. He said, another day there was a bear that came. He said, the bear was attacking the sheep, and I ran for the bear, and I killed the bear. Because a good sheep, everybody say good sheep. A good sheep does this. I want you to come, jump here. Yeah. Now. Hold this. You are the shepherd. You are the shepherd. A shepherd holds a stick. This is the sheep. The Bible says, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. Okay, so the work of the shepherd is to find green pastures and then lead the sheep and say, sheep, this is green pastures, you eat here. So the sheep will eat here. When the sheep eats, it faces down. The shepherd does not stand in the midst of the sheep. The shepherd stands away from the sheep, because the shepherd must have an aerial view of the sheep. So the sheep, when the sheep eats, the sheep can't see any other thing except what the sheep is eating. Then the lion shows up. The lion does not attack the sheep. What the lion does, it roars from afar. It goes from afar. What is the purpose of that roar? To paralyze and choke the sheep, so the sheep cannot run, and the sheep can stand still, and it can come and take him. A good sheep will eat. The lion will come, and from there the lion will go. A good sheep will raise the head, check the enemy, which is the lion, and then the good sheep will turn his herd or her herd down again and go all the way up and check the shepherd. If the sheep discovers that the shepherd is standing there, even though the lion, the enemy, was roaring, as long as the shepherd is there, what the sheep does, it goes there and eats. Because the good sheep knows that as long as the shepherd is there, I am safe. I have come to tell you that as you get into your classroom, as you get into your exam room, you are safe. Because the Lord, who is your shepherd, He is with you. He is watching over you. No witch will be able to stop you from writing your exam. No headache will befall you as you enter that classroom. Are you going to zoba dizzy as you enter the exam room? Because the shepherd is watching you. But the final thing, and let me sit down, the final thing is this. The Bible says, David, thank you guys, thank you so much, appreciate it, thank you so much. The Bible says, finally David took the slingshot, put a stone there. Goliath had a sword, had a spear, had a shield, had a javelin. David had a slingshot. David is looking at Goliath.